GSL Season 2.
And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the second series of the broadcast. Welcome back to Cure versus Clem. Our TVP continues, and they're gonna have to fix up that little icon that they have on the matchup. But we just wrapped up with our first series. Hero does advance on to the winners match. Classic has moved down to the elimination match, and now we're here to determine who will face each player in the next set of rounds. Let's go. We have our TVP, Cure is Terran, Clem is Protoss. For those who are unaware, for those who maybe don't watch much StarCraft, Clem, he is the best Terran player in the world, and he's one of the best Protoss players in the world as well. He does not play TvT, he plays Protoss versus Terran instead. Interesting. But he does play Protoss instead of Terran. Bear that in mind. And a lot of people they think of it like him off racing at this point. No, it's his main race. Like his main race is PvT, not TvT. If he plays Terran versus Terran, then he's off racing in that sense. Like he's he's a PvT specialist. And I would say he does often bring a player like Cure down. So it's going to be an interesting matchup here. They do go back and forth. They go back and forth in matches. They go back and forth in series. We'll see how they compare to each other. Let's go. Let us go. As we are going to be getting our players ready to jump in. Vámonos. Vámonos. So Vita's going to be underway here. And again, it's great to see Clem for the first time in GSL. True, I should actually start with that. Clem for the first time in GSL is going to be competing. Bearing in mind, he is not in Korea. He is abroad at the moment. But if he makes it into top 4, then he will be traveling to Korea to compete in the offline event, which would be amazing, by the way. We do hope to be able to experience that and showcase Clem in Korea. That would be amazing. That would be ideal. We'll see if we can pull that off. We'll see. We shall see. Again, Clem has gone to Korea in the past, just for training though, not to actually compete in GSL. He has been there before. Infamously was living in the team house alongside Trigger, alongside Astrea, alongside some of the other NA boys. Was, of course, adopted by them. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited to see Clem in GSL for the first time. Bearing in mind that GSL is its own unique format, bearing in mind that preparation is another factor here. They've had time, they've had a week, if not more, to prepare for these upcoming matches, to prepare these games. And Clem has a lot of experience with everyone in this group, with Cure, Classic, and with Hero, as they're all very active in the online tournament scene. Very, very active. There we go. We're getting ready. Getting our matches ready here. But looks like our players need a little bit more time to actually prepare their matches, as we're as hopefully everything's there, everyone's there. Hopefully Clem didn't sleep in or something of that nature. You know, it is quite early over in Europe. That is true. I know that Clem usually wakes up at like 4 p.m. What time is it? France time. Oh, midday. Oof. Oh god. So yeah, this is actually very early for Clem. No shot he's actually not here and he's sleeping, right? Like I would hope that he either stayed up all night and just did not go to bed to be able to compete, or he set up every alarm bell possible to be able to wake up at this hour, because yeah, this is very early for Clem. Oof. So hopefully as yeah, it looks like our players are still setting up. They're still setting up, and again, if Clem isn't here, then I mean, I did notice that the break was longer than usual, so I would hope that everything's okay here. I would hope that we have our players. But regardless, hope everyone's been enjoying themselves. Hope everyone's been enjoying the week of StarCraft ahead of us here. A lot of StarCraft to go on. Tomorrow, of course, we'll have a GSL Group B. Group B is going to be tomorrow. Same time, same place here on Soup. And remember, of course, we do feature the VODs over on YouTube at a later date. That'll be in around 2 days' time. Around 2 days' time, we'll have those VODs. We'll have that available to you so you can enjoy the GSL if you can't happen to watch it live on Soup. Otherwise, Soup is the place to be. Of course, of course. It's all about that Soup. Likewise, I'm curious to see if they mix things up for the offline event as well. Remember that we had Ryung and Solar as the offline Korean casters, but oh, do we have him? We got him. We woke him up. Clem is awake, but here we go. We're jumping into our TVP here, and Cure letting us know, hey Clem, do you like Korean spicy food? Let's go. Cure, of course, second place in GSL Season 1 of 2025. He got top 4 in GSL Season 1 last season, and he got top 12 in Season 2 of last year. Ooh. We, of course, have our most recent results as well here versus SOS and versus Shin. And again, Cure does often go back and forth with Clem. They go back and forth in their matches, back and forth in their series. I'm ready. I'm ready, Patty. I'm ready. As I'm sure now Vitos are done. They wouldn't be showing us Cure if they didn't have Clem. Do we have? Is he awake? Does he have his coffee? Does he have his hot 6? Up. There he is. I'm very motivated to do well since my goal is to make it to the round of 4 to play offline. It would make me very happy. Clem, his most recent performances: top 8 at DreamHack Dallas 2025, top 8 at EWC 2025, and top 8 and Rongi Cup Season 3 as well. Did it reach those top 8 finishes here, and we'll see if Clem can get more than top 8 in GSL, as this is the round of 8. True. But again, we gotta lock in, Pappy. We gotta lock in. But again, last year, Clem, when it comes to the big major events, he was not able to go as far as he otherwise would have hoped to. And there we go. We have our vetoes. Game 1, Tourmaline. Game 2, White Rabbits. And Game 3, Winter Madness. When it comes to our vetoes here, it looks like Clem has gotten rid of some of the more aggressive maps. Ruby Rock at 10,000 feet at Mothership. This does make perfect sense for a Protoss player. Cure gets rid of some of the larger maps. Celestial Enclave, Tato Citadel, and the Old Republic. Interesting, as we have allowed for still an aggressive map in Tourmaline to go through, White Rabbit and Winter Madness. We'll see if Clem can make it to Winter Madness here. Like, I feel like that's going to be Clem's map to take, but can he survive that long? Let's go. As spawning in the bottom hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran. For Team Liquid, it is Cure. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the French Protoss player, the red Protoss. It is Clem for Team Liquid. Clem on. Let's go. As we are getting into game number 1, we have our fresh series here, of course, and again, Clem is playing Protoss, as to be expected here, and it looks like they did not flip players, so Clem spawned top side, but the camera's on the bottom. God damn it. Just flip the cameras, Pappy. Flip the players. SMH my head. When it comes to recent performances, you can see here the head-to-head, Cure 32 versus Clem's 38, and offline Cure 3, Clem 8 as well. So Clem does have a better record over Cure in both offline and online tournaments, which is to be expected. But again, they do still go back and forth when it comes to their series, when it comes to the game. So we're hoping for an extended matchup here. I'd love to see an ace match between these two players, but we'll see if we can get to Winter Madness. First, Tourmaline is a very small map of the map pool. Small map, short rush distance by ground. Hyper aggression is favored on this map, and we'll see if Cure does decide to go for an all-in or timing attack, what have you. Aggression is going to be favored here, and we typically expect aggression from the Terran side of things. Likewise, Clem, does he play safe, or does he try to beat Cure in that game of aggression instead? Clem has got a choice to make. He's got options. Let's go. As you have our CC on the high ground, Clem does confirm. Racks expand, economic start out of Cure. Nothing crazy so far, nothing wild. I guess Clem also building up as well, still yet to embrace our tech of choice. And soon we will be able to, right? Whether it's Twilight Council, Stargate, or Robo. Clem doesn't really want to deviate too much when it comes to his PvT, like Twilight Council, Blink, 3-gate Blink, sometimes mixing in 4-gate Blink, rarely mixing in proxies or Stargate openers. Like, Clem is a very standard Protoss player when it comes to PvT, and often does play for the mid game. That is his preferred style, but once again, for GSL, you've had time to prepare specifically for your opponent, so we could see something spicy instead. Cure may be alluding to that with the Korean spicy food comments. True, true. Give us some spice back. Meanwhile, it's going to be the Twilight Council opener out of Clem. Into Blink, most likely. Does pull away. We have Cure going for his own 1-1-1. 1-1-1 setup. Attack lab on the factory. Going to Reactor Marine, no Reaper, no Hellion, no early scouting information out of Cure. That's very common from Korean Terran players to just avoid scouting early on and just embrace their build in TVP. Kind of times hurt them, of course, but so far we're able to calm down. Able to calm down. 2 more gates being thrown down, so it looks like 3-gate Blink out of Clem. That is a very safe way to play. Very safe build here by a Protoss. Into a Robo as well. Into a delayed 3rd expansion. Meanwhile, Cure is pushing early. He's pushing out early on, hoping to catch any stray units. He's hiding in the tall grass. And oh, is Clem got a face check? No, he's not. Yeah, he knows better than to check with the face, Pappy. Pulls away. Likewise, Cure is going to be able to reinforce. There is no safety battery. And no safety battery here. Clem does break the lock on. So far, some nice control prismas on the way. Likewise, to add some extra micro here for Clem. Clem pokes in, he pulls away. Pokes in, pulls away at the same time, dropping to the main. Oh, I got Cure, he commits, he pulls some of the boys. That I was not expecting. I mean, we were expecting Cure to go for an all-in, but this is very early. At the same time, Clem hits the main base and Cure commits. Again, Cure is completely all-in. One way or another, the game is about to end. Either Cure, he breaks Clem, or he dies trying. Clem scrambling for a defense. Blink is done. Does pick up a couple of SCVs, but can he get on top of the Cyclone? Yeah, Cyclone lock-on is broken. Tanks are pushing forward. Yeah, tanks they move in. Reinforcements are delayed. But the tank is within range of the gateway and within range of the initial natural. There's that recall. Pylons under fire. Robo's gonna get depowered. Massive pickup. Yeah, Robo's depowered. The boys are being pulled. Clem does dive in. He gets one. He gets 2 tanks. Ooh, it costs him a lot of Stalkers though. A lot of Stalkers go down, and this might just be too much. Yeah, Cure stutter steps in. Reinforcements are on the way, and Cure, he's done. He has broken Clem. Clem down to a handful of Stalkers. They're barely standing again. And Cure went for the all-in, and Clem harassing across the map was wild. And this is the spicy food we were talking about. That be true, true. Tanks to siege. Nexus under fire. We are catching reinforcements, and Clem does warp in extra Stalkers. Clem, he might be able to clean this up. He has to try. He has to try. He 2 shots. Nice peek of the tank. He's microing his heart out. Very nice control. Oh my god. But despite that, still bleeding out Stalkers. Will survive. Saves the base. Clem, he's on 3 Nexi. True. Clem is on 3 bases. He can make 3 probes at a time. Clem, he can build up a greater economy. He survives. But again, a very messy defense. Very, very messy here for Clem. Blink Stalkers, they have potential. Threatening a dive. Vikings are in position. Oof. And massive volley goes off. The prism is going to go down. No, the prism goes down. Aye. Expensive losses here for Clem. Sure, he does catch a couple of Marines against 2 Vikings. Oof. Miscontrol there as 1 Stalker gets picked off. Clem, we got to lock in. We got to lock in. So far, 17 Stalkers have gone down. Observer falls, that means there's no high ground vision. Clem cannot get into the main base, and Cure is secure. He's secure on 2 bases. He's mulling his heart out, he's waiting for Stim, and once Stim is done, Cure can then go for the second round for the second push. They're looking at the economies here, and again, Cure did take an economic lead after killing so many probes. Clem is slowly recovering. Slowly. You can see we have the Bay on the way, the Colossus production is on the horizon. But remember, Cure should hit first, and I believe he should hit when there's 1 Colossus. If 1 Colossus should pop. If that. As Cure is setting up, here we go. Here comes the second wave, the second all-in. The second all-in, the boys are being pulled. Here come the boys. It's all or nothing as they leave all the boys at the natural pool. Yep, there we go. Observer does notice. Catching out one of the Stalkers already. And again, it's going to be 1 Colossus to defend. Charge is done. The Zealots, they can trade well, but I mean, that's what the SCVs are for. They're here to tank for the Zealots. Starts going up, brings they stim in. Nice control. And cats back with the Colossus. Pulls back to the battery. Ooh, Colossus thunder! Does massive overextension out of Clem. Taking a lot of tank shots to the face. You gotta respect the tanks. He's coming in. He's going for the dive. Colossus does pull back to the battery. And he does get 1 tank. There's still 3 tanks left over. None of Zealots, and Cure has done it. Yeah, Cure has done it. He has broken the natural base. Takes out the Robo. Busts into the mineral line, and Clem, he cannot keep up. Not like this. And again, it's going to be a strong start for Cure in this series. I mean, I say that. He's going to keep going. But I don't see Clem dealing with this army. Like, he should not be able to. It's a strong way to start this series as well. Remember, though, that Tourmaline is hyper-favored towards all-ins. This is maybe the best map to all-in on, which is why I'm surprised that it made it through the vetoes, to be honest. So surprised it made it through the vetoes, and this is why Terran players love Tourmaline. A nice save of the Colossus, but GG. GG gets called, and Cure takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Massive all-in here from Cure on 2 bases. Initially did cripple Clem and then was able to clean it up when it came to the second push, when it came to the second wave. Once again, though, the map was favoring Cure. Tourmaline is Terran favored in TVP, heavily Terran favored, which is why I'm a little bit surprised that Tourmaline made it through instead of Ruby Rock or 10,000 feet, to be honest. And now up next, White Rabbit. Now, White Rabbit also does favor or can favor Terran as well, specifically when it comes to the mid-game. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. It is a larger map. True. It's a larger map in the map pool. Clem should have an easier time defending against all-ins. All-ins are not as favorable here, so we can still see aggression, but typically off of 3 bases. Like 2.5, 3 bases is what we're looking for, but a very different kind of dynamic coming up here on White Rabbits. Again, we'll get into it. We will get into it here. Go. So jumping to game 2 and spawning in. I still can't get over how much hair Clem has in that photo. But spawning in the left hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player. It is Cure for Team Liquid. In the top right, it is Clem for Team Liquid as well. Here we go. We're settling into game number 2 here, and welcome to White Rabbit. White Rabbit is a larger map in the map pool, longer rush distance by ground. That is true. But what I will say about White Rabbit is that the bases are very spread out. They're very, very spread out. So in a world where we do end up in a mid-game situation where Clem is taking some more expansions and getting a 4th base up and running, if Cure is aggressive, if he has momentum on his side, it can be quite difficult for the Protoss player, for any player, to defend, to rotate between the bases, and to maintain their 3 and 4 base setup here. So we'll see how aggressive Cure plans on being. As opposed to last game, I'm expecting 3 base aggression, or I mean, we could see an earlier timing attack just to maintain some momentum, just to get some damage done, and then keep the ball rolling from there. We'll see. We'll see how Cure will adjust coming into a larger map. The same build that Cure went for in the last game, though, is not going to be anywhere near as effective here on White Rabbit. Likewise, because the map is a little bit larger, Clem could cut corners. Last game, Clem did open up 3-gate blink into a robo. This time we could see a 2-gate blink opener into a 3rd base, for example. So we'll see if Clem does decide to be greedier. Does he cut those corners? Show us what you got. Yo, Magnath, you gotta calm down. You gotta. I like the face. Este Magnath. You're an animal. You're an animal. Yeah. So now it is going to be a double gas. Okay, so double gas open out of Cure instead of Rax expand. Cure is going for a more tech heavy start. With this, he has potential for more aggression, to go into a faster starport, to go into Cloak Banshee, for example. Cure has options here coming into the early game, as Cure will have a delayed expand. That delayed expansion. So power opening up Reaper Hellion. Likewise, once again, Twilight Council open out of Clem, which is what we expect in every game of the series. Once again, as we mentioned previously, Clem, he isn't really one to mix in Stargate openers or Rover openers or even charge base openers either. He's typically not that kind of player. Not as diverse as, say, Hero or even Classic. Oh, hello, as that is going to be another 2 Raxes on the way here for Cure. And I believe that is 2 Raxes before the starport, so hyper aggression out of Cure, delayed starport, early stim, mass bio production, and a very, very strong stim timing on the way for Cure. Oh boy. This is a borderline 2-base all-in. There are variations of this where you do pull the boys. There are other variations where you just wait for the starport, wait for the medevacs, and then just go for a regular push with 2 medevacs. So we'll see if Cure does wait for the starport or not. We'll see if he pulls the boys or not. So there are all-in variations, there are macro variations of this. Meanwhile, we can see that Clem is playing safe. Clem does not rush into a 3rd base. He's playing safe, going up to 3-gate blink. 3-gate blink into the robo before expanding. So I do like Clem's position here if he's able to confirm the build and if he's able to slow Cure down. As a reminder, for this game, Cure is getting stim very early. Very, very early. And again, he's fixating on bioproduction, as you can see here. Reactoring our Marines, making as many as he can, and getting ready for his eventual move out. And I believe so far Clem is not fully aware. I don't think he's gone into bases yet. I mean, he has no way to, right? He has no sentry for hallucination. The observer is still on the way, so Clem is still playing blind. We go. Go. As the army is amassing. We'll poke out towards the 3rd. Charge is on the way for Clem. I believe that charge should be able to kick in time for the eventual move out. And we'll see if Clem has enough of an army here to deal with this. Likewise, I do think it's important that Clem is active with the army to spot the move out, to slow it down. And here comes Cure. Do you see what I see? No starport. No starport. He's getting up to 3 tanks. 3 tanks, massive bio army. I'm ready for the boys to be pulled. I'm ready for it. Here we go. I believe the observer does spot the move out. Clem is aware. Do we pull the boys? We do. Yeah, here we go. The boys are being pulled, so it's going to be the 2-base all-in variation. He does not wait for the starport. So no starport, no medevacs. This tells me that every stim will be hurting Cure. Every stim hurts. So ideally, Clem wants to bait out a stim. Gets 1, 2, 3 Marines at the same time. Ooh, Reaper Hellion into the 3rd base. Very nice harass. We'll distract Clem. And Cure's moving in. We need those Zealot Warpins. Without the Zealots, there's no defense. Pulls back to the battery. It's going to be a little bit mistimed. Where are the Zealots? We got to come in. We need to come in from behind. The tanks are sieging, and Zealots, they do not get on top of the tanks. Ooh, massive tank shots. And Cure, can he do it? He's going to lose 1. He's going to lose 1 tank. He's going to lose 2. Yeah, massive immortal shots, massive connections. It's very close here, but every tank goes down, and Clem holds just barely. Whew. Yeah, Clem, he holds, he defends, and that was a complete all-in out of Cure. It just crumbles before him. It was close. It was very, very close. But again, the Immortal got on top of the tank. Zealots, they did come in from behind. They were able to collapse on the tanks as well. And with that, Cure, he has nothing. He has nothing left here. Clem, he's snowballing out of control. Clem is up in bases, up in workers, up in economy. And even collapsing on that final tank. He's trying to. Not quite able to, though. And not quite able to. Not enough Zealots. He needs a Prism, needs reinforcements. Cure, he's able to hold on. But again, Cure, there's nothing else behind this. Like, there's nothing sustaining this kind of army here. It was close. It was clutch. But barely not. Now, Clem has to be careful. There's no reason to push in. Clem, he does not have to push into the bases. He does not have to overextend. We can just calm down and tag up, and there we go. Bay is on the way. Forge is on the way. +1. Colossus. 3-base saturation. Clem just has to chill. Just has to chill, calm down, and cruise his way into a win. Cruise in, Bappy. Cruise in. Meanwhile, this is going to be the final push for Cure. He's going to pull the boys once again, whatever he has left. So how many boys? Okay, no, the boys. Yes, they'll take them in from behind. They delay the push. The tanks have to turn back around. Yeah, he's got to turn back around here. Ay. Colossus on the way. And Clem is looking to sandwich. Oh no, he's too soon. Yeah, a little bit premature there by Clem. We're going to calm down. Gotta line it up. As he will catch a couple of reinforcements, and instead it's gonna be Clem's Zealots being sandwiched instead. Okay. Better pickups here out of Cure. Now this is at least delaying Cure. That is true, but that's still a lot of Zealots going down. Cure's army is still terrifying. Like Cure, he can still pull this off, by the way. That's a lot of, that's 4 tanks. Clem ideally does want to flank the army with those Zealots. He doesn't want to just come in like from the front. Ideally we wrap around, dust spot the army. That wraparound is going to be delayed. And you can see the Zealots on the minimap. He's trying to come in from behind. He's going to be spotted. Tanks are sieging up. They're within range. Oh, nice catch here by Clem. And collapsing on the reinforcements, gets one of the tanks. Very nicely done. Might even get 2 tanks, by the way. And here we go. He commits. Yeah, he does commit to the dive. Gets on top of 1, 2 tanks. 2 tanks going to be going down. The Colossus, they waste some DPS on the bunker, but they will clean everything up. GG gets called, and we are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. Ay. GG, well played. Cure committing into the 2-base all-in, but remember, this time Clemmy saw it well ahead of time. He saw it as it was pushing out across the map, but not just that. We mentioned this earlier. This is a larger map in the map pool, longer rush distance by ground. Clem, he had more time to react, more time to respond, more time to delay the push, to pick away at the Marines as well, and to set up for a flank. It was a bit of an awkward flank, and it was a messy defense, but you know what? He held. Clem, he was able to hold on in the end, pop out that Immortal, come in from behind, collapse on those 3 tanks, and with that, Clem was able to claim the game and force the ace match. Let's go. Now the question becomes, do the all-ins continue? I will say that coming into Winter Madness, this is one of the harder maps to all in on, just because there is a ramp and a very narrow ramp at that coming into the natural, right? There's a ramp right outside the natural. It's a little bit more narrow, of course, compared to White Rabbit. So and also longer rush distance background as well. I would hope that we don't see an all in by Cure here on this map, but it's up to Cure, right? It's up to Cure. We'll see how hard he commits. From the side of Clem, he's more of the reactive player, right? Safe play is what we expect out of Clem. I say that this isn't a bad map to be greedy on, but against Cure, do we want to be greedy? Let's find out. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the South Korean Terran player. It is Cure for Team Liquid. And in the top left-hand corner, we have Clem, also for Team Liquid as well. God, they just speed through the player intros. Let's go. Let us go. Welcome to Winter Madness. Winter Madness is one of the more standard maps in the map pool. I say standard, one of the more macro maps, really. Getting up to 1, 2, 3, 4 bases is much easier on this map. They're relatively close to each other, easier rotations, relatively narrow entrances here, and again, trying to break a 4-basing player can be quite difficult. Things then start to get complicated. I would say the 5th base is more exposed, right? The 5th base is more open, more exposed. We have seen many a player struggle to maintain a 5th expansion on this map, but when it comes to specifically TVP and that kind of dynamic, that often affects the Terran player. It's often the Terran player struggling to take a 5th base, and then it's the Protoss who has like 5, 6, 7 bases up and running, containing and bullying the Terran if we get that far in the game. So it can be quite difficult as a Terran player to macro on Winter Madness, but Cure has been going for non-stop all-ins, and we'll see if that trend continues. Personally, I do not like the idea of an all-in on Winter Madness. I would hope to see something different here. We could even see greed, right? Like, for example, if we were casting Bjorn, what do I expect? 3CC 3X, right? 3CC 3X is a build that Bjorn is very fond of on maps like this. Clem even does it as well. Clem versus Protoss, he does go 3CC, he does like to mix it in, especially on these larger maps, but Cure is going for a factory. Double gas. Double gas opener, faster factory. So far a more tech heavy start out of Cure. This can lead into, say, committed Cyclone play early on, can lead into early and committed Banshee play, committed Widowmine drops. We'll see where Cure leads us. Eyes are on Cure. From the side of Clem, every game so far it's been 3-gate blink. Now, I say that's a little bit simplistic. Game 1, Clem went 3-gate blink into earlier Colossus, which led into a much more difficult defense on Tourmaline. Game 2, we saw that he went for a delayed Robo, a delayed Bay, went for a much later Bay, and instead went into earlier Charge, and was able to have a bit of a cleaner defense with safety and mortar production as well. This time, we'll see how safe Clem plans on being. Again, I would not blame Clem for cutting corners here on Winter Madness and getting a faster third. But based on the direction of the series, like, it's a hard call to make. This is where mind games come into play. If this was a ladder game, I feel like Clem would just get a faster third, but because of how this series has been playing out, like, the previous games do influence this one, of course. So we'll see. For now, Twilight Council opener, we have our 1-1-1 follow-up out of Cure. Going for his 1-1-1, diving into the mineral line, he will get 1. Not even the battery does defend. Oh, nice snipe on the initial Reaper. So far, no probe kills, it gets 1. Yeah, 1 probe goes down for a Reaper, a Hellion, and a second Reaper. Oof. Assuming that second Reaper goes down. Oh, the Jukes! Can he get out? No! He cannot get out. So nice cleanup here by Clem, losing only 1 worker. Very, very nice defense. Behind this, do you see what I see? I see another gateway. I see a Robo so far. 2-gate blink into a Robo on 2 bases. Do we go for a 3rd gateway or do we expand? It looks like it might just be a faster expansion here. So this does look like a greedier build out of Clem. Not overly greedy, but still more greedy than the last games, which I'm okay with. Yep, there it is. Faster 3rd. So again, this is the fastest 3rd base we've seen so far in this series for Clem. At the same time, Cure going for his mine drops, setting up outside of the natural. Bearing in mind that typically Widow mine drops aren't really designed to get damage done, they're just designed to scout. And here he comes. We're expecting 1 probe kill. 1 probe goes down, second Widow mine into the main base. We'll borrow. And nice control by Clem. Oh, the retargeting there. Yeah, it delays a little bit further, and Cure will save one of the mines. Saves the Widow mine. Can always go back in. Bearing in mind that with this drop, Cure was able to scout and count the gateways. So he was able to check the gateways. But I believe he didn't quite see the timing of the third base. Behind this, a standard 3-1-1 follow-up at a Cure. Clem securing his third base. And Cure moving out with a Raven. I mean, so far, this is the most standard game that we've experienced. And behind this, we're expecting and leaning towards a third expansion for Cure as well. Which will be a first for this matchup. Technically, Cure can still turn this into a 2-base all-in, but it'd be a bit odd. As he gets 2 probes. Very nice. 3 probes going down. Clem had a late reaction. Late reactions out of Clem. Bay's on the way for Colossus production. The observers got eyes on the production. Oh, nice tank shot. Very nice. Cure able to get a free shot off. Stim is on the way. I don't think Cure intends to commit across the map just because it'd be a bit of an anti-timing, but I mean, hey, he does get a Stalker. Does catch a Stalker. I believe the observer just checked to see if the boards are being pulled. Does Cure hit the third? Yeah, he's going for it. Okay, he's going all the way. He's going for the third expansion. What if my job is cleaned up? Do we have any Zealot Warpins? Charge is almost done. And Cure is getting within range of the Nexus. Oh my god. Again, a very early push here by Cure, and Clem is not ready for this. Clem needs more time. Clem being distracted, 7 probes going down, a charge is now done. Clem collapsing from behind, gets 1, gets 2 tanks, but he will lose an Nexus. Massive pickoff, he will lose the expansion. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Clem caught with his pants down. He will clean up everything, but it will cost him the base. And 8 probes. Did I say 8? Getting up to 9, getting up to 10. Oof. 10 probes go down, Clem has been crippled, and technically Cure now has a faster third expansion. Third CC is on the way, and based on the production, the progression of these bases, Cure's third CC is going to finish up faster than Clem's. So the pressure's on Clem. Clem is behind. Clem, he needs to find some damage. You can see he's being somewhat active here, but he cannot push into the natural base. And again, a very kind of quirky move out there from Cure. It works out quite well. Built up his 3 tanks, got across the map, we go within range of the Nexus. The pants were down for Clem. They were down. And now you can see that economic lead translating into an army lead. You can see here Cure now leaving Clem behind. Maestro catching up 4 probes on the high ground. Very nice. Clem is falling apart. He's falling apart here. He cannot keep up. That's going to be 4 probes going down. Cure is out of position. We're going for the base trade. Let's go. Clem hits the 3rd, and Cure, he's hitting the 4th. So we're going to be trading bases here. Clem, he can always recall. Cure, he ignores the 4th, going straight for the 3rd. Now we just gonna keep going. Yeah, we commit in. Clem will lose everything at the 3rd base. At the same time, he can try to break the natural, but no, it looks like he wants to back up. What's the plan? Do we commit? He does. Yeah, Clem committing in. Cure stepping forward. There's no battery. Zelda going down. Colossus still a ways away, and it looks like it will not pop out. Massive pickoff. Depowers the Robo. And Cure, he stims, and he wins. Again, Clem just could not recover after the earlier loss of his 3rd. Cure maintained momentum, and GG gets called. Cure, he will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the winner's match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Hyper aggression this entire series out of Cure. Game 1, 2-base all-in. Game 2, 2-base all-in. Game 3, something a little bit different here. Here in Game 3, coming into our 3rd and final game here, Cure, he went for an earlier timing attack. It was really interesting. It was before Stim, it was before the bio upgrades, but he had 3 tanks. He moved that across the map, and he moved that across the map uncontested. Clem, he was distracted by what? Widowmine dropping to the main base. Raven harassed at the natural. There was a lot going on that was distracting Clem. He was busy dealing with it, so he could not actually, he didn't have the attention to try to slow down, to try to stop the 3 tanks, and they got within range. The moment they sieged up within range of the Nexus, I mean, that was a debase. That was a dead Nexus. Clem could not save it. He eventually came in from behind, a charge that finished up as the base was going down, and Clem did swallow up the army, but it wasn't worth it. Was not worth it. Momentum went heavily in favor of Cure. And GG well played. With that, we're going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll have an next series. We'll have a Hero versus Cure in the winners match. See you soon.